Hi everyone, this tutorial is a Portfolio Submission 1 help session. It is for teacher education majors at Oklahoma State University. The first thing you need to make sure that you've done is activate your LiveText account. And once you've done that, you need to log into your account, and I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Okay, when you log in, you're going to see this dashboard area. The first thing we need to do after logging in is create a new document. So we'll go over here to New Document. We're going to select Portfolios under Oklahoma State University. The template we're going to choose will depend upon our program area. So just for the sake of this tutorial, I'm going to choose Secondary Math. And then the title of our portfolio will be last name, comma, first name, and then your program area, so Math Education Portfolio. You can play around with the style set down here. I'm not going to do that today, but choose what style set you like and then click Save as New Document. Okay, now that we're logged in, we're just going to go through the checklist for Submission 1, and then we're also going to talk about sending it for review. So the first place I'm going to go is Submission 1 Documents, and I'm going to open up this checklist right here just to be able to go back and forth from the checklist back to our LiveText account. Okay, so let's talk about the first thing here. We have an introduction page. I'm going to go back here and I'll show you where that is. Okay, so you see the koala here. The reason for that is just to remind you to upload a picture of yourself and just follow the instructions over here on the introduction. Okay, include your program area, and then obviously you want to address the question of what would you hope to bring to the teaching profession. This statement doesn't need to be long. Probably about a paragraph is good, but not just a sentence. You want to talk a little bit about who you are and again what you hope to bring to the teaching profession. Okay, the next couple things on the checklist are the academic honesty form and the permission to review the portfolio. So let's go back to this. We're going to go to Submission 1 Documents. Those two forms are just a link that you go to. So for example, the academic honesty form, click that link. We're going to go here. It does say completed. Click Take Again. I know that's weird, but that's what you have to do to get that done. And then the permission to review portfolio form is the same type of process. And we just need a record of both of these things within LiveText. Once you do those forms, the information will populate itself right here with all your information. Okay, let's go back to the checklist again. Okay, the next thing is just for PE majors only, and it's the professional development activities. Okay, the next thing that applies to everybody is the OGET score report and the current transcript or grade report showing this semester's enrollment. Let's go back to the LiveText account and look at that. So the OGET score report, if you receive that in an email, it's probably a PDF, so you can go ahead and just upload that PDF. You would click Edit, and then you would do a file attachment, and wherever it's saved on your computer you would find it and upload that. Then click Save and Finish. But also you might have that as a JPEG depending on the format, so just whatever format you have there is fine. The current transcript and grade report, the easiest way to do that is just go to SIS and do a copy and paste. Okay, back to the checklist here. Next two things, current resume, we'll look at that, and then also field placement record form. Let's look at those two things back at the LiveText account. Your resume, this is something you're going to be updating for all 3 submissions. So in your account there is a link here that opens up a Word document. And we have here an example of one. Now yours is not going to look like this at this point because you're just doing submission 1. I shouldn't say just doing. You're starting your portfolio. So at this point you might have a lot of words like anticipated because you haven't yet received your certification. But anyway, this is a good format to follow. There's other ones available on the College of Education website as well, but you may use this one as an example. I'm going to close that out and go back to LiveText here. What you want to do on your resume on this area is you want to paste the text. So you'd paste it in this area here, as well as do a file attachment. The reason for that is so depending on who's reviewing your portfolio, they can view just the text or they can look at the document. Sometimes the text gets messed up and doesn't maintain the formatting. So do both of those things there. Okay, let's go back to our checklist here. We've done the resume. Okay, we need to talk about the field placement record. Again, this is something you're going to be updating for every submission. This has its own tab over on the left, field placement record form. And this is a chart you're going to fill in of the schools that you have observed in or done a field experience in. And so here we just put the course title. We'll put the school and community, subject and grade. There's a couple fields here where it asks about the population of the community or the socioeconomic level. Those things are available from the schoolreportcard.org website. If you go to it and enter the district information, it will give you that information as well. Okay, some of these things that ask for examples of diversity and experiences and responsibilities. If you scroll down to the bottom, there's some diversity style examples and then some teaching setting examples. So use those as a guide as you complete this chart. The other thing I need to mention is if you have any community field experience, be sure and include that in this, this chart as well. Okay, let's go back to the checklist again and see where we are here. So we've done all of these things. We have a few more things. Okay, the evaluations from field placement teachers. Okay, let's look at that. So we'll go back to submission 1. And we'll scroll down. This area you're going to scan and attach teacher, peer, and self-evaluation forms from your field experience class and field work and from any relevant courses. So you should have some field placement teacher evaluations at this point. If you do not have any at this point, I would recommend that you contact Judy Nalon. It's JUDY.NALON at OK State, and she can provide those to you. Make sure that you provide your CWID in an email to her. And also, if you have any from a class, that's fine too, to put those in this area. So any that you have from peers or from faculty members, maybe from a presentation or an assignment you did, be sure and put them in this section. Okay, we're down to the last 2 things on the checklist, the professional goal statement and the first teaching philosophy statement. So the professional goal statement is going to go right here under the submission 1 page, and if you look closely, you'll see this is already kind of outlined for you, and you just need to touch on these points. So this is a 5-paragraph essay. You've got an introduction, you have a body of 3 paragraphs, and then you have a conclusion. Really take the time and make sure that you are addressing these things carefully and thoroughly, because the reviewers, when they look at these, they're really looking for all of these items to be addressed. So again, make sure that you do those. And then the last thing is the teaching philosophy statements. Okay, in submission 1, you'll be doing a first philosophy of teaching. In submission 3, you'll be doing a second philosophy of teaching. So just like the professional goal statement, this has items that you need to touch on in your essay. So this one is a 6-paragraph essay. You've got an introduction, a body of 4 separate paragraphs, and also a conclusion. Let's go back to our checklist to make sure we've touched on everything. Okay, we've got the introduction, we've got the academic honesty statement, and the permission to review portfolio. Again, the professional development activities, that's for PE majors only. Okay, the OGET score report, current transcript, current resume, field placement record form, evaluations, professional goal statement, and first teaching philosophy. Okay, it looks like we've covered everything on this checklist. Let's go back and make sure that we know how to send this for review. So make sure you're aware of the deadline that has been communicated to you, and it's also available on the College of Education website. When you're ready to send this for review, from any page you can send it for review. I'm going to go back to the Submission 1 documents because it reminds me of my program area that I send it to. So we would click Send for Review, and since this is math, I would type in OSU Math. If you were elementary education, you would type in OSU ELEM. Okay, I'm not going to send this today, but you would need to make sure that you click Submit for Review. That's what actually sends it. And you will not get a verification email that you've sent it. How you would verify that you've sent it is go to the Reviews tab, and you would look in your sent items. Okay, and you can see that you've sent it. Here it says the title of my portfolio, it says who I sent it to, and it says when I sent it. Once your portfolio has been reviewed and the assessment has been completed, you'll see a green check mark, just like this one to the left of it. At that point, you would be able to open up your portfolio and look at the assessment and know how you did on it. So where you want to be is you want to be meeting or exceeding on every criteria, and that's how you know you passed. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to contact me, and thank you for watching.